Going over to the Culture Pod podcast, you have Morning Joe pulled off the air after the Trump assassination attempt. Now, this is trending earlier this week, saying, quote, on July 16, 2024, the Morning Joe show on MSNBC was pulled off the air following the assassination attempt of former President Donald Trump. Host Joe Scarborough expressed his frustration and disappointment over the decision, claiming he was not given a clear explanation of the prevention. The incident sparked a debate whether the network's handling of sensitive news and its relationship with its host. Which, I mean, I would have loved to see that episode if they were to try. Because again, MSNBC is pretty leftist news. I mean, people make fun of Fox News for being, Fox News used to advertise fair and balanced, which, relative to other networks, yeah, a little bit. But realistically, all those major news networks are pretty opinionated and pretty biased, which any news outlet will have some inherent bias, of course. But when it comes to MSNBC, it's very much left-leaning. I mean, for years, they were calling Trump, every negative word on the planet, saying how evil he was, saying he was a threat to democracy. I mean, that was, I don't want to say 95% of the channel's material on MSNBC, but maybe 92%, give or take. And of course, this went viral on X Twitter. Now, one of the first accounts to notice this was End Wokeness, in which he says, quote, Morning Joe hosts are frustrated at MSNBC for pulling it off the air on July 13th. We are upset and very disappointed. Then they say they'll quit if it happens again. Which, no, they absolutely wouldn't. Because where would they go? Who would hire these people? Again, I mean, in terms of jobs, in terms of a person fitting into a company, this seems to be the best place for these people. Because again, the ideology at MSNBC is overwhelmingly supportive of the news anchors. This is the one time they actually seem to, detract from each other. But, I mean, they're not going to go post their daily show on X or Twitter or YouTube, or maybe YouTube. Or they're certainly not going to do it on any of the other ones. Now, the only thing they did do good in this news clip is they did, suit up. So he did something right. Granted, the bar was pretty low, but nevertheless. And interestingly enough, she has a very orange blazer, or not blazer, was it a sweater? She has at least it gets your attention. I guess that's something. Well, let's hear, I usually say their voices are infinitely better than mine. This case perhaps, but I'll let you be the judge of that.
I wanted to briefly talk to our friends and viewers that watch us every day. And talk about what happened yesterday. We were told in no uncertain terms on Sunday evening that there was going to be one news feed across all NBC News channels yesterday. The Today Show would be Lester Holt, other people that you worked with on Sunday, and that was going to be one news feed across all NBC News channels, that we were going to stay as a network in breaking news mode throughout all day yesterday. That did not happen. We don't know why that didn't happen. Team was not given a good answer as to why that didn't happen, but it didn't happen. We were also told it was going to happen throughout the day. And I guess after there was such a strong blowback about yesterday morning, I guess they changed their plans. And so those plans changed as well. So it didn't. We've talked about it off the air. We'll talk about it on the air because we talk about everything on the air. We were very surprised. We were very disappointed. And if we had known that there wasn't going to be the one news feed from NBC News across all NBC News channels, Willie, we obviously would have been in yesterday morning.
Yeah, I was here up early on Sunday morning with NBC's coverage. Savannah and I led the coverage on Sunday in the immediate aftermath, talking to eyewitnesses, talking to officials about what happened. Obviously suited up and ready to go for yesterday morning on a big morning, and we're told that something else was going to be broadcast. So we are here today going through a lot.
Is she pretending to take notes? I don't know why, but again, she's on air and she's just writing stuff down. Is she just putting together like a grocery list or a to-do list? Or is she taking notes of this guy speaking? I don't know. I always thought that was weird.
Catching up a little bit, but we want to be here for our audience, and we know you trust us, and we have ultimate respect for you guys. So we are here today. I wish we'd been here yesterday.
Yeah, we all wish we would have been here yesterday. We still would like to figure out exactly why there wasn't that one news feed.
And I think the reason why is this show began and continues 17 years later on being the place where you can go to have the hard conversations in a civil way. And so it seemed like now more than ever is a time that we would like to be on, and I think our viewers agree with that. So we continue. We are 5 minutes past the top of the hour.
No, and let me just say, next time we're told there's going to be a news feed replacing us, we will be in our chairs.
We'll be sitting here.
Yeah, and the news feed will be us, or they can get somebody else
sitting here
to host the show.
Oh no! What would we do without them? Yeah, pretty much exactly what we do every day. But my pretty viral got 1.4 million views and 16,000 likes. One of the first comments coming from Gunther Eagleman saying, quote, "The world would be a better place if they quit," getting 3.9 thousand likes. Hodgson says, "They big mad," getting 1.6 thousand likes. Paul Zazupa says, "Don't threaten us with a good time," getting 317 likes.
I wanted to briefly...
Again, X-Twitter, I don't know if it's I'm sure engineering will say it's a feature, but obviously it's a bug. The video always replays if you scroll over it immediately after playing it. Don't know why it does that, but nevertheless. Yeah, it's one of those instances where, I mean, yeah, for years, all they did was call Trump the most worst thing on the planet. I mean, and there are some mentally twisted people who are happy about this assassination attempt. I can't but think, what is the propensity that they would be exuberant? Now, one of the other top comments comes from private citizens saying, quote, "Surprised at what? They didn't want you compromising their reputation with single remarks about the attempt. You're an embarrassment," unquote, getting 142 likes. Let's see. 41 seconds, but this might be a good sample of them. Melissa Tate says, "Listen to the hatred-filled, vile-mouthed, and unhinged Joe at NBC. Propagandists like him are to blame for what happened. NBC put him and his hysterical wife in timeout. The whole show must be pulled." Now, see what they were saying here. At least he suits up. He does one thing right.
And if he is voted into office, then a lot of these people that are talking about literal or figurative or whatever the hell they're saying, you're going to look like idiots because he will get away with, he will imprison, he will execute whoever he's allowed to imprison, execute, drive from the country.
The pot calling the kettle black.
Just look at his past. It's not really hard to read. The only thing that stood between him and the destruction of American democracy was the federal judiciary.
Mentally vacuous, but that is kind of par for the course at MSNBC. They got 837 likes. Scrolling down more and more. Let's see. Florida 1 says, "You will never be told the truth of what really happened. These people lied and deceived others for a living," getting 200 likes. Is any contrarian statements? Is anyone really passionate about MSNBC is going to defend them in the comments? Probably not. We'll read a couple more. One Bad Dude says they should be canceled entirely and never put back on, getting 863 likes. General TM says, "Morning Joe, tears of anger and energized me," getting 623 likes. Hello, I'm Kelly Joe, who says, "Morning Joe is toxic," getting 303 likes. Let's see. Not really too many contrarian statements, pretty much everyone agreeing. Let's see here. Yeah, it's a Toy Story meme where you have Andy throwing away Woody, but it's been replaced. So this is from Who What Werewolf saying, "Morning Joe is hella mad today." And it's Andy, that was named as MSNBC, and he's throwing Woody in the trash, and Woody is called Morning Joe. Says, "I don't want to play with you anymore." Getting 66 likes, which I certainly hope they don't go off the air, because again, more data the better. And I mean, they're pretty transparent about spreading lies and disinformation. But again, more options the better. And I was gonna say it's good to watch just because I mean, a little bit of fun. Now we'll do one more comment. Orwell's Handmaid says they'll be the only ones who are very disappointed that they did not go on, getting 88 likes. So not too surprised he got mostly roasted. I mean, let me know in the comments, have you ever tuned into Morning Joe or MSNBC? Then do you know anyone who consistently tunes into the program? I'm trying to think. I mean, I don't, but if you do, let me know in the comments. As always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you could click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, leave me a thumbs up, a thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.